Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Being the Odds. It is Saturday, January 4th, 2025, and we are back with our best bets of the day. If you're new to the channel, my name is Zach, and welcome to Being the Odds. Let's recap yesterday's results. So, yesterday I went 1-2, not fired up. The Kings minus 3.5, that was a win. The Rockets plus 2.5, over 6.5, Philadelphia and Pittsburgh, those were losses. Moving on, we're going to have a good day today. I feel great about the slate today. We have a massive slate for you guys here today. We have 4 NFL picks for you guys here on the channel. We have 1 NBA pick, 3 college basketball, 2 in the NHL. We have a loaded slate today. It's going to be a quicker video today. I've got a lot of stuff to do before the games start today. But let's jump into play number 1. First play we're rolling with today, we're going with the under 48.5, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. The sharp money today is all over the under. Cincinnati is a shaky field goal kicker, so I think there's going to be more opportunities for Cincy to go for on fourth, which is going to, obviously there's going to be some turnovers on downs from that. There's also, they're more familiar with each other because this is their second time playing this season. And last time they scored 82 points combined, which these teams' coaches are going to remind the defenses of over and over and over again. I think this is a sweaty, and I mean sweaty under today. But I like it though. Pittsburgh defense is still great. Give me the under 48.5, Cincinnati and Pittsburgh. Next, I'm rolling with Zay Flowers, over 62.5 receiving yards. I think they're going to show off Lamar's arm for MVP. That's what I think they're going to do because everyone knows he can run. But I think they're going to try to run up the stat numbers on the throwing side of things. And Zay Flowers is number 1 weapon. And they have 0 chance of losing this game, so I think they're just going to force feed Zay because they can get all the yards after the catch. Cleveland's pass defense is 13th in the league, which you might be like, oh, top half of the league. But they get down, and then what ends up happening is no one throws the ball on them in the end of the third quarter and all the fourth quarter. I think the Ravens are going to do that today to try to get Lamar another MVP. I just think they're going to do that. And also Mark Andrews has been playing great. Isaiah Likely is still there. But so they're going to have their hands full. Cleveland is defending those guys, and Zay's going to get one-on-one coverage. So I like Zay here over 62.5 receiving yards and gets way over this number. Next, we're going back to Pittsburgh, Cincinnati. I'm going with Pickens over 67.5 receiving yards. Pickens is a head case. We all know this, obviously. And the thing about head cases is if you don't give them the ball enough, they're going to implode. And after the Christmas game where he got basically no catches. I mean, he didn't have a good statistical game. He had a couple catches that got called back due to penalties, but his stats didn't look great. They're going to force feed him a lot in this game. He's like their number 1 wide receiver by a country fucking mile. And Cincinnati's pass defense is terrible. They have let's look really quick. They have the number 24th ranked pass defense in the entire league. Not very good whatsoever. And I really like them to throw. I think Russ is going to throw the ball a million times. So Andy Pickens over 67.5 receiving yards. Next, I'm going with Jamar Chase over 92.5 receiving yards. Now this number is really high. Very, very high. But everyone's going to be on T. Higgins lines today because T. Higgins had a great game against the Broncos. This is a game where T. Higgins regresses a little bit just during the game, and then they throw the ball to Chase over and over and over again. I love Chase here of 92.5 receiving yards. He's also a great yak guy, very similar to Zay Flowers, except Jamar Chase is more of a running back who also has wide receiver ball skills. So when he gets the ball, he's putting his shoulder down, he's falling forward every time. I love Jamar Chase over 92.5 receiving yards today, and I'm rolling with it here. Next, we're on the NBA. I'm going with the Suns money line versus the Pacers. The Suns match up well with the Pacers, and the sharp money is all over the Suns today for some reason or another. So I like it here. Plus, I can get plus money. Suns are plus 105, plus 104 right now on FanDuel on the money line. You could bet them a plus 1.5, but I don't think they're going to lose by 1. Plus, for some reason, the Pacers are only 1.5 point favorites in Indiana, which to me just sounds that the Suns should be able to win this game. So give me the Suns over the Pacers here. Plus, Suns got to start stacking wins. Started the season 8-1. They're now 15-17. Not great, and they're going to bounce back. Next, we're going to college basketball. Next, I'm going with Texas A&M, minus 6.5 over Texas. Texas doesn't defend. A&M has Wade Taylor, who should be able to dice this team up. Henry Coleman's a beast on the inside on rebounding. I think Texas A&M is also at home in this game as well. The sharp money is on A&M today. I'm taking A&M here, minus 6.5 versus Texas. Next, I'm going with Alabama, minus 11.5 versus Oklahoma. This is a weird Vegas trap line. Alabama's at home, and this line just makes no sense. Oklahoma, if they're really the number 12 team in the country, should be like a 5-6 point spread. If it was Alabama minus 6.5, I would probably go Oklahoma. But the fact is that it's such a big number. I think that Vegas is just begging you to bet the plus 11.5 for Oklahoma. So I'm going with Alabama here minus 11.5. They have a ton of talent. They improved mightily in the transfer portal. Sears is still there. Nelson is still there. I'm literally blanking so hard right now on the coach for Alabama's name. Nate Oates is a fantastic coach. I think Alabama wins this game and wins it convincingly, like 15, 20 points. They have some of the best talent in the entire country. Give me the Bama minus 11.5 versus Oklahoma. Next one will be Kentucky minus 3.5 versus Florida. This is more of a lean. You can go either way here, but I like Kentucky at home. And I don't really see how Florida beats them at home. So I'm like going with Kentucky again. More of a lean than anything else there, but give me Kentucky. And then we're going to the NHL. I got the over 6.5 in the NHL, Buffalo and Vegas. I think this game goes over. Sharp money is on it. Buffalo has been way more of an over team this year than last year. And Vegas has all the offensive talent in the world. Buffalo's defense is not as good as it was last year. And Vegas, same kind of thing. Like their defense isn't as good, but the offenses are better. Give me the over 6.5 Buffalo and Vegas. And then with the over 5.5 Nashville and Calgary. If this game was 6.5, I would go under, but it's 5.5. And Nashville can score. Same thing with Calgary. One thing about both these teams are that they're really deep. Lines 1 through 3 on both these teams all are kind of the same, so you're not really having to stop just first line. Then you can like kind of relax when they're off the ice. They have 3 lines that can score on each team. That's very, very good. Plus, there's some shady goaltending here and there on this team. So I like the over 5.5 Nashville and Calgary. Now, just so you guys know, we do have six members only best bets today. Use all tdmbets.com/picks. Website is linked in the pinned comment below. But guys, go lock in those picks. Let's go win together today. Let's go make some money. I'll see you all tomorrow.